as the way he put it. He says that that Putin is there to prevent terrorism from spilling into Russia. And of course, we know that many of these people, as I just pointed out, came from Chechen rebels who are fighting Russia. He criticized the failed U.S. Middle Eastern policies that have already turned Iraq and Libya into a total mess. And I would add, as we see, Afghanistan as well. The rebel group, he says, we have no idea. I was talking to a general 2 days ago. We have no idea who these people are. We are training people. We don't know who they are. We're giving them billions of dollars to fight Assad. I would just say the only way I disagree with him is that we do know who they are. We do know that they are al-Qaeda terrorists. It isn't that we're ignorant about that. But he has it basically right. He says they may be worse than Assad. They may be worse. I'm not saying that Assad is a good guy. And he went on to have some other discussions about what he would do with military spending. He said he would slash the military budget, even though he'd make the armed forces stronger. Now, that's not impossible to do. We have massive waste in the U.S. military. We spend more on the military than everybody else in the world combined. That's how wasteful our spending. We all know the legendary stories about Pentagon waste. And of course, it's not limited to the Pentagon, but certainly there are things that we could do that would make it more efficient. And one of the things we could do would be to follow a non-interventionist foreign policy. I'm not sure that that's what he wants to do. He talks about himself being a big militarist. At the same time, he says, I didn't support the war in Iraq. He says, but I'm a big militarist. Well, I'm not a big militarist. Neither were the founders of this country. We understood that is the path to destruction, financially as well as internally. Our founders said that the means of defense abroad will become the instruments of tyranny at home. We're seeing that happen now. Look at this story. Instead of fighting ISIS, we now have the Obama administration saying that they are going to have a global political force to fight extremism in the United States. This is Attorney General Loretta Lynch, and she's talking about the Strong Cities Network, SCN. She says it would encompass the globe, and reference after reference after reference in their press release is how this needs to be done locally, but we need to be working together globally. It looks very much like Agenda 21, but for global involvement. Now, when we come back, Alex Jones is going to break down the latest trendy insanity, people who want to become handicapped.
I might as well just...
Show your disapproval for Hillary Clinton. Get your Hillary for Prison 2016 t-shirt today at the INFOWARS store. Hurry up, because these things are selling out faster than Hillary Clinton.
This is an American president. Just add puppet, then vote and repeat every 4 years.
Introducing Secret 12, the new INFOWARS Life vitamin B12 formulation. Now, INFOWARSLife.com is excited to announce that we can bring you our most bioactive, powerful form of B12 that has been developed with our exclusive perfected process. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12. Secure your revolutionary Secret 12 formula right now at INFOWARSLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
I'm running for president. Everyday Americans need a champion, and I want to be that champion. I'm hitting the road to earn your vote, and I hope you'll join me on this journey.
Alex Jones here to tell you about how you can help spread liberty worldwide while also enjoying what I have found to be the best tasting 100% organic coffee on the planet. For more than a decade, my favorite coffee has come from the high mountains of southern Mexico, where the Chiapas farmers grow their unique shade-grown Arabica beans. We have now managed to secure these sought-after beans in a highly customized blend. Discover and try a bag of the Patriot Blend 100% organic coffee at InfoWarsLife.com. This coffee gives gives you a long, smooth pick-me-up for hours without the headaches and heartburn that so many other coffees give me personally. Hands down, this is my favorite coffee, and it's taken us years to secure connections directly to the Chiapas Mexican farmers. Drop by the site today, order a bag or two, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Available in original or with our immune support infusion blend. You will be supporting a free press, all the while enjoying a truly great-tasting cup of my favorite coffee. Available at InfoWarsLife.com.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-31.
And so that's why they've got to normalize all this craziness so that things are so scrambled, so that there's not any rudder where anything goes. So we won't care when our neighbors are being drug off to a FEMA camp. So we won't care if they're putting psychotropics in all the kids' school lunches. That's what's being announced in the next phase. So we won't care when we're buying and selling with biometrics. So we won't care when half the people on the block are dying of cancer or neurological disorders. It's just got to be totally insane, whacked out, wild. You're not going to have tax rebates for having kids. You're going to have tax rebates for gouging your eyeballs out with hot pokers. And they just put it on the news with a straight face. Burn your eyes out with Drano. It's sexy. It's cool. These people are poor, sad folks, but this is who they really are. You need to accept it. But you also got a man come in the restroom with you because they feel like they're a woman. But a normal heterosexual relationship is oppressive of women and should be banned. It is the injection of mass mental illness with rudderless, mindless, dumbed down, domesticated people raised by liberals. Now these new people are just begging for death, begging for destruction. Their religion is hating themselves and getting a hold of your children. And it's just to lay the groundwork for us to fall like an old rotten dead tree in a high wind. Because the mass extermination of the general public comes after this. This is just the softening up phase. We'll break it down on the other side. We're playing this from Bancroft Television to analyze how mainstream media is mainlining the trans-abled movement to mutilate or maim yourself, all at taxpayer expense. Here is part of the sickening report.
BIID means that you have a need to be disabled in some way. In my case, it was a need to go blind.
9 years ago, Jewel took the drastic decision to blind herself.
I found that lye is very painful, although it does get the job done. I found that drain cleaner is a little less painful, although it does a lot of damage to the eye.
She found a psychologist willing to help her, and after 2 weeks of working together to make sure she was ready, they carried out Jewel's plan.
I laid down on the sofa, and he sat next to me. 2 drops into each eye. My eyes were screaming. In the moment, all I could think of was, I'm going blind. It's going to be okay.
After waiting half an hour to make sure the damage was done, the psychologist took Jewel to hospital, where doctors fought to save her sight.
The following day, I was joyful until I turned on my back, opened my eyes, and could see the TV screen. I was so enraged, and I thought that it hadn't worked. Over about 6 months, the sight in both eyes slowly went away. I was so happy. I felt that this was who I was supposed to be.
Okay, that's enough. And that's Barcroft Television out of the UK. It's worldwide. The full video is up on INFOWARS.com, and a story, pouring drain cleaner in your eyes, the new trendy social justice movement. Not supporting people who want to blind themselves is bigoted and intolerant. And having the name mother, father, boy, or girl hurts people that don't have a mother or father or who aren't a boy or girl. So you can't use that word because you existing is hateful. And Europeans existing is wrong. They have major members of the UK and German and French government in the last month on television. We've ran the articles saying it's good we've opened the borders up to the Middle East because it's bad that Europe has white people. And it's good they're all about to be gone. Well, I'm not against North Africans or Arabs. But a lot of them have picked up the chant, yeah, we're coming to breed you out. We're going to conquer you. You're weak. Because the government says, come in, we're weak. Take us over. And I talked to Paul Watson about this a few weeks ago. I said, what do you think it is? And he said, I think it's cuckolding. And I said, you mean where a woman basically like dominates her husband in front of another man and the man has sex with her? I don't mean to talk about this on air, folks, but this is psychology. And he goes, yes, exactly. And I said, you're absolutely right. That's what I think it is. And no one else was really saying this. We both understood. It's like a weird form of domination. It's sadomasochistic, where they are, these sadists are just taking anything that was powerful, strong, and an original culture and destroying it. And they want to destroy the third world as well. They've done that. They try to keep the third world in squalor. And they are the masters of this planet, and they want to normalize pouring drain cleaner in your eyes and making us pay for it because they're evil. The globalists are sick. They have to normalize that, invert reality, and say those of us that want to go for a jog in the morning, that enjoy a beautiful sunset, that enjoy a loving relationship with somebody of the opposite sex, who want to raise good children, who just love decency and don't love degeneracy. We're the enemy. And look, I get being corrupt. I get doing bad things. Not to this extent, but I understand everybody's got another side to them. But you give into that side, you'll end up alone, lonely, very low life expectancy, very poor. People that get into degeneracy are losers. And they want to make all the rest of us losers because losers love company. This woman is fabulously mentally ill, fabulously a self-hater, fabulously wants attention. And she wants to make you pay for it. And then she found another twisted individual who wanted to come be part of this and do this to her. And it's an act of dominating reality that they can do something obscene, like take someone's sight when so many millions of people that are blind would give anything for it. They take a gift like that and create vandalism on God's creation. That woman sacrificed her eyes because she's demon-possessed. Whether it's a demon, whether it's an archetype, whatever it is, the woman is infested. Aborted babies incinerated to heat UK hospitals. Soylent Green, ladies and gentlemen, is made out of people.
But now children are literally being passed through the furnace in order to fuel hospitals in the UK. They're being sacrificed on the altar of efficiency and prosperity.
What is the secret of Soylent Green?
The powdered flesh from dead babies. Some people believe they can cure disease.
Because of its enormous popularity, Soylent Green is in short supply. Remember, Tuesday is Soylent Green Day.
The supply of Soylent Green has been exhausted. You must evacuate the area. Today is Tuesday!
The federal court ruled that the shareholders of PepsiCo, big Bilderberg Group company, are not allowed to know what they're using the baby parts for in the flavoring, but we already know. So enjoy the flavor.
We're going to get the real solution, which is going to be a combination of death panels and sales taxes.
I'm consistently pro-death. I'm for assisted suicide. I'm for regular suicide.